Good morning. It's September 16th, and I wanted to bring you another quick update from the farm. I can't find any of my deer right now. It's interesting because if I compare this year to last year, I know we've got a few more deer on the farm this year than we had last year. And I'm running my cameras in all the same locations that I did at the same time last year. And you know, in the same ways, running cameras on corn piles in certain locations. I'm not getting pictures of hardly anything other than raccoons and turkeys. Lots of turkeys. Hoyt's Bowhunting Whitetails is brought to you by Redneck Blinds, Code of Silence Apparel, Hunt Stand Pro Whitetail App, Whitetail Institute, Research Equals Results, B3 Archery, Muddy Outdoors Tree Stands, Stealth Cam Trail Cameras, My Outdoor TV, and Hoyt. So where are the deer? I know we didn't have any EHD or any disease outbreaks, so they've got to be here somewhere. And the only thing I can attribute is the fact that there is so much food now. There's so much food back in the timber with all the TSI and burning that we've done. We've created a lot of browse. We've had a lot of rains this summer, so everything is flourishing. You know, all the food plots look good. The deer are spread way out. But the biggest factor, I think, is the acorns. The white oak trees have started dropping acorns probably a few weeks ago, and I've talked to other people in this area and they say the same thing, that their cameras just went dead. You know, there aren't really any deer coming out, and what few pictures I'm getting of deer are only at night, mostly does, a few bucks. But last year at this time I was getting pictures of all kinds of bucks, you know, nice up-and-comers, shooters, deer that I was excited about. And this year we've got, I think, three or four decent bucks so far, but not one yet that I would say for sure is a buck that we'd go after this fall. And not that that's a huge deal, because I kind of expected that. I thought it was going to be tough this year just because of all the food, but also there's so much of this property is timber. A very high percentage of it is timber, so the deer are going to be naturally back in there eating the acorns. So I'm not worried about it. I would love to get pictures of some of these deer just to get excited about it and be able to share them with you. But when the time comes, we're going to hunt the same bucks we hunted last year in the same locations where they were at during that time last year. So even if we don't get stuff on camera, we still know where to go, because typically the bucks have the same fall range from year to year. As long as they're still alive, a very high percentage of them go back to the same fall range. So that's nice. You know, it gives us a little peace of mind. So if you're running into the same thing that I'm running into here, you know, you definitely don't lose heart, because if you know where that deer was last year, you can find him back again this year. So that's kind of where we're at. You know, obviously we're not giving up on the cameras. We're going to end up getting some pictures of some nice bucks. It's just fun. It's fun to have those photos for, you know, to keep them for keepsakes, you know, for the memories, but also to give you a little bit of a lift, a little bit of a confidence boost, saying, okay, the buck is here. I know roughly where this deer is living. You know, now I can get down to the serious business of picking the best stand sites within that deer's range. So again, like I said, if you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, don't lose heart. And I'll keep coming back and bringing you updates as we go along here. It's been about a week, just maybe a little bit less than a week since I put my cameras out. So it's still early, and there's still a lot more that we can see and learn before it's time to start hunting. Well, I appreciate you joining me. I'll see you right back here again soon for the next episode of Hoyt's Bowhunting Whitetails. And remember to always dream big.